Hello and welcome to our final video series here for the Chromateq LED Player. Now, even though it is the final episode, for the video series, you can comment any of your questions and we'll be always happy to help. You can also check out the website ceriumgroup.co.uk where we do creative experiences for brands and loads of different companies, and we try and basically make the most immersive experience for it. No, I'm just chatting shit. Hello everyone and welcome to this last tutorial where we're going to be showing for you the 3D Visualiser. Now, in the 3D Visualiser, as you can see, we have got our different lights, but these are just cubes at the moment, and the reason they're just cubes is because these lights here are our Source 4 Juniors, which the lighting software doesn't understand what a Source 4 Junior is. So for the time being, we're just going to keep those out, okay? However, we have got our other moving heads just here, okay? So if I select our moving heads, and then I can then also, I believe, rotate them, okay? Wonder which way it goes. Oh, okay, so it's going that way. 90 degrees, let's go 180, so it's pointing to the floor. Brilliant. Okie dokie. And then I believe we should be able to like space them out a little bit. There we go. So horizontal. Excellent. Okay, so that's how we do it. It's pretty basic. It's, you know, it's really simple as well. And you can press the beams button here, so we'll be able to see the beams now. So what's going to happen is if I, in our last video, we made a queue and we made a chase, okay? So I'm going to go to live mode and press queue lights on, okay? Chase lights on. And what should happen is now where we are seeing that we are getting lights outputting. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hold that for 5 seconds, and that will be 5 seconds as well, okay? And we're going to go here, chase, and into the player. And what should happen is it should take 3 seconds, technically. It should take 3 seconds for it to load. It does depend on your graphics card, obviously. Oh, here's the brightness. That's what we needed last time. So let's see. Let's make a. Let's delete all of these. I'm going to go in here, and I'm just going to make these go to bright. The shutter, I'm going to stay open. Maybe I pressed the wrong shutter thing. Maybe it shouldn't be at 100. Maybe it should be there, and we can see that via here. Okay, so if I just scroll this to the top, to there, and then if I bring that up to there, we should be able to see what we are doing. There we go. Let me just go up to there, just so I can see what the lights are doing. So yeah, I see we've got some strobes going on. They're trying to strobe there. So that's open, and then we've got the dimmer. And as you can see, you know, it is working quite well. It's quite responsive when we use this. Can I scroll down? There we go. So up, down, and then we've also got color wheels as well. So we've got different colors, and then we've got different gobos as well. So the different patterns, and then if we move these lights to shine against that back wall, we can see that that's kind of like I believe that would be a like a triangle. Sorry, a star. Yep. So we've got a star. What else have we got? That's quite a nice one. And then as we go further up, you know, it's going to rotate through all the different gobos. And then we've also got a shutter on there as well. So I'm just going to go to 0. Can I 0 out of that? There we go. We've even got a beam reducer. That's pretty decent. So that's what it's all about, playing. We had a video tutorial on channels and presets, which was in here and into here, and that shows, you know, everything that we're doing now. So if you've not followed on, that's what we're doing. You can go to that video. That's video number 4. So now I've got that set as well. Does it work on Prism as well? Does Prism work on here? Yes, look at that. So it is quite powerful, and we can slow that down as well. Slow that down to there. Obviously it doesn't like going a little bit too slow. And yeah, so I'm just going to open the prism up. There we go. And in our chase then, so we've got our lights down to there. I'm just going to turn them off, but then I can add another cue, and then I can make them rise to the so they're going to go from the bottom to the top. And then what they're going to do here is we can then add a fade time. So this is going to take 5 seconds to get to there, and then when it takes 5 seconds, I want it to hold for 10 seconds. So if I press play, they should rise, and then it should hold for an amount of time we've set, so 10 seconds. And then what should happen is, because we've got it set to auto loop, it should jump back to our hold time. And there we go, it's jumped back instantly. However, we can change that so it has a fade time of 3 seconds. So it's going to take from 3 seconds. So from this cue, it's then going to go to 3 seconds. Okay, so we're going to watch the lights go up, and then they're going to hold into the sky, and then after being in the sky for 10 seconds, they're then going to drop down. Okay, so here we go. 3 seconds, fade out back to black, and then rise back up again. In this episode, I'm also going to talk to you about the effects engine. Now, there's a quite unique effects engine in this software, and I'm going to make a new scene. Now, we don't need to make a new step for this one. However, so we can go in here, we can go to dimmer and shutter, and then you can set your positions. So I'm going to set mine to out towards the audience. Okay, I'm going to set my gobo, and then after I've set that, then there is this little arrow here on the side. Just press that and you can say pan and tilt. And once you've done pan and tilt, what it'll do is it adds a nice, well, that's doing it, like a square on an angle, so a diamond shape. You can also do some phasing as well, and what phasing does is it puts all your lights out of phase. So if you we've got 6 lights here, so if you put that by 6, then it's going to do a sway. You see how some of them are delayed. And there we go. And you can then click in here and you can change that around, and you can make it smaller if you wanted to. Magic. And then you just press generate, and then once you press generate, all of your steps will be automatically made for you. So that's pretty decent. And then also a nice little little tip for you. So I'm just going to go to dimmer and shutter, and then I'm going to bring the lights down, so we've got the lights there, and I'm going to press curve, and on the curve we can choose what we want it to do, but what I'm going to make it do is bring those down to there so we can see what they're doing. I'm going to select dimmer. I want the dimmer attribute to be on, so what's going to happen is it's going to dim the lights out, and it's going to bring them back using a sine wave. So if we can see here, we have it going up, dropping down to 0, back to 50, back to 100. Okay, so coming up to 50 again now, up to 100, and then dropping back down to 50, and then going back down to 0. However, as you saw with the phasing, if we add a bit of phasing in there as well, then what can happen is the lights will add a kind of effect going across. Where are we looking? There is it that one? It might be that one. There we go. You just have to play around. So we could do it, I'm not sure if you do it by groups or how this is working, but I know like on an Averlight software or whatever, you can do it by groups or MA. You just have to play around and see where you go with it. But look at that, you've got a nice little, and you can also do the seconds of how fast you want it. So if you wanted it to be a 3-second phase, you could do something like that. And then you can add some pan in there as well if you wanted to, or a tilt, but really, you know, you could just do it via the dimmer. And that is, you know, that's as easy as it is. You just press create, and then once you've done that, you can come out of there, go to your live mode, press your scene, and then we've got our scene there. Then we've got that scene sweeping there, that going to there. Absolutely magic. And that is all done through the Chromateq LED software. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you did enjoy our series, then we just want to say thank you. You know, thank you for watching all of our videos here at Cerium, watching them on YouTube. If you are watching them on YouTube, check out our website, which is ceriumgroup.co.uk. And if you go to /tutorials, you can watch all the other tutorials as well. It was a pleasure to make these videos for you, and any comments, then just comment, and we'll try and get back to you as soon as possible.